he was really afraid of heights, and we had some good times, good trips in Cedar Point, and I had to literally drag him on a roller coaster. No, I'm not going on there, but one of his things he talked about was like getting an airplane. It's like an ultralight. It's got a parachute instead of, and it's just basically, it's just like a little frame with wheels you sit on. It's got a fan in the back, and then it's got a parachute. And then you get fast enough, and the parachute puts you up in the air instead of a wing. And it did require a pilot's license or anything like that. But to be someone with severe acrophobia, why you go up in the air? It just doesn't make sense. But it's just like he just wanted to conquer his fears and just do something completely different. And that's, he would probably say, if you try to do something different every year, this year, and even if it's not a big thing, just do the same thing, small thing, different way. Move something around, or drive down a different road, and remember to if it just feels right, stop and enjoy the view and the moment and what's around it. The last one was part of that 1979 sabbatical. We were in Egypt and riding. We went to the Tomb of the Kings, Valley of the Kings, and it was a long way there. And we rode donkeys. Out of all of us were on our own donkey. Melissa and I had relatively mellow critters, other than mine. Mine kind of flipped me off a cliffside a couple times.
No insurance issue.
But Carl had Carl's was the fufu.
Chocolate brown.
And he was very energetic, and so we went down there, and we went down to the Kings, and it was kind of the afternoon, headed back, and remember it was just kind of a sandy path, and there was the cliff sides, steep cliff sides and all that, but Fufu was energetic, but also kind of disobedient, and he is independent, I guess. So he decided he was going to, at the end of the day, dinner was waiting, he was going to head on home, so Fufu decided to overrule Carl's suggestions as to how we should proceed, and he kind of took off in a cloud of dust, and there was Carl galloping off into the sunset in the Valley of the Kings.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Melissa Rinne. I'm Carl's daughter, and I just want to introduce my husband, Tomo Yukiopada, here. And I'm also Carl's granddaughter. My daughter Maria Yukiopada was named after Carl's grandmother Marie, who wrote the letter that you read earlier. I just want to speak briefly about what it was like to be a daughter of Carl Rinne, which was a wonderful thing. He was, as you can tell, a great organizer of all kinds of things and a lot of fun. We had a lot of trips to my grandmother and grandfather's family farm in northern Michigan, where we did canoeing and fishing and sailing. I even recall, we didn't actually, I don't think, have a sailboat there for most of the time, but I do recall a sailboat being rigged on the canoe with bamboo poles or something, and there was definitely a golden retriever in the back of that. Carl had two younger brothers, and all of them were always constantly putting on skits from the time of childhood. And many of these, they would do these family skits in front of the family when we got together, often at the expense of my long-suffering mother, Mary. I remember one skit when there were big diapers or something on the head, or curlers or something like this, and it was a skit of Mary in the morning. But there was always a lot of, people were always being poked fun at, and there was a lot of laughter and joy. We had a house in Ann Arbor with several apple trees, and so he loved, as my brother said, technology of any type, especially kind of, older technology. And so he found this old-fashioned apple press, and I remember that we recruited all the kids in the neighborhood and all the relatives to pick up all the apples on the lawn and get them in the apple press so that they could have fresh apple cider. One interesting thing about my father is that I've been kind of amazed at this as somebody who, loves coffee, loves alcohol, loves anything, and certainly depends on these things. But he had really no addictions. He didn't drink coffee, he wasn't a heavy drinker, he quit smoking very early in his life. And if there were any, it had to have been popcorn, which has been mentioned. Which he, in addition to all of you who know, he took these huge, grocery bags full of popcorn, fabulous popcorn, to the football games and passed them around. But he also did this occasionally at home at night, and he was an extremely slow eater, so he could make a bowl of popcorn last a very long time. He was really, I think, representative of his family, the Rinne family. There were a lot of musicians and, sort of storytellers, really. Those people love to tell stories, and there was a story about everyone. And, he was certainly, not known for his brevity, as none of us are either. But I remember